I'm Jeremy Drolbeck with First Home Mortgage, and I'm here today with Alan Jeffries with Century 21. Alan brings with him a whole lot of experience in the tax world, and so we're going to talk a little bit about taxes. Alan's a level 3 assessor in the state of Michigan, licensed for 14 years, and he's been in real estate for 18 years. So I'm anxious to get into some of these questions with him and talk more about property taxes and what's going on this day and age in regards to property taxes. Alan, let's start out here. How are properties taxed in Michigan?
In the state of Michigan, properties are supposed to be taxed at 50% of their true cash value, which means if you have an assessed value of $40,000, then the state of Michigan says that your house is worth $80,000.
When somebody's looking at their assessments, or why might somebody fight their assessed values?
Well, there's a couple different reasons. One would be for resale value. If you're going to resell your house, the first thing that a lot of realtors look at is what your assessed value is, because the next buyer that's going to buy your house is going to have to pay taxes on whatever your assessed value is. Because in the state of Michigan, when you sell your property, it becomes uncapped, and it uncaps at that assessed value. And the second reason would be if your house is overassessed, then you want to get that lowered as low as possible to its true cash value. Just in case your taxable value is high, then it would come down, it would lower your taxes.
So just to clarify that, there's two values the state actually holds on a property. There's the SEV, which is half of what the home would actually sell on the open market.
Correct.
And then there's a taxable value, which is what the property is actually taxed on, and that's never higher than the SEV. It's always at or below the SEV.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And so ultimately, if the SEV goes down, the tax to the taxable or below the taxable, the property taxes would end up getting reduced?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess, from my end doing mortgages for people, what I see is ultimately if the property taxes went down, that mortgage payment would go down, and who wouldn't like to have a lower mortgage payment, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if I disagree with my property taxes, what do I do?
First step would be to contact your local assessor, which you should be able to find your local assessor on your township website or your city website. Get a copy of your record card. Everything about your property is public record. So if you get your record card, take a look at it, find out what your assessed value is. If you disagree with it, then you would have to petition to the Board of Review.
Okay, and I believe we have a sample record card, so we're going to put a link here on the website to if you want to take a view of what that record card looks like. And what you're saying is basically go through the record card and make sure it's accurate.
Correct. A lot of the record cards have not been updated since the early 60s.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Well, hey, thanks, Alan. Really appreciate you coming out today to help us with this. I'm looking forward to talking to you more about the Board of Review and what that process looks like. I'm Jeremy Drolbeck, First Home Mortgage, here today with Alan Jeffries from Century 21.